Welcome back to another Get Ready With Me Real Talk. Let's get to it. I forgot what I said to start talking. Hello. Okay, so we have changed some of my settings, so if they're worse or better, but we're here again. I'm getting ready. I gotta put this headband thing on. I've now been living with Annie for like 2 weeks, and honestly, it's been going great. I think she's about to literally go crazy. She's been a little bit stir crazy. She's always doing something, and she's run out of things to do. She's decorated her room. She's, literally done everything under the sun. I feel bad for her. I just set up the Xbox for her so that she can play, hopefully with me, but she is not doing well with not having anything to do. And I told her, I said, Annie, Annie, this is probably the last time that you're ever gonna have a month off ever. Enjoy it. And she's like, well, but I can't enjoy it because I have nothing to do. And I'm like, well, Annie, that's not really the point, but whatever. More power to her, honestly. But that is not what we're not talking about Annie today. We are talking about streaming. Well, really more so one of the main struggles that the majority of streamers have. The majority of single game streamers, I would say. Like when you have like a main game that you play, or you grew your community on a certain game. So like for me is Apex. We're gonna talk about how much of a struggle it is doing that when, for example, the state of the game that you're playing is not in the best place. For me, that would be Apex. And I know that this is a struggle that any size streamer can have, like bigger streamers, smaller streamers. I know that a lot of streamers go through this struggle, and it's one that like a lot of my peers and friends, and if you watch me, you probably watch a lot of them as well playing Apex, they're really struggling right now because Apex is in a rough spot. It's been in a rough spot. We've been our Delulu selves, thinking it'll get better, or, waiting on it to get better, or whatever it is. By the way, I use the Luminous Silk by Giorgio Armani. I can't really get it to do that. I'm not well versed in the beauty influencing yet, but figured I would tell you guys some of the products as I go today. A lot of us Apex streamers are struggling because of how, the cheaters is like the number one issue. I think that's like what was really putting me over the edge because, I love the core game. I really do. A lot of people complain about how the LTMs are like being added and then taken away, and none of them are like constant like things in the game. And I do think that is a huge problem, especially when you look at like Fortnite. Like you get on Fortnite and you're like, oh my god, this is so many games in one, and you can play them at any time. But like on Apex, like you can have a mode that you may really enjoy for like 2 weeks and then it's gone. And it's like, well, why would you do that? So it just makes a game like, even if they're coming up with new concepts, it's like they're not listening if we like it or not anyways. So anyways, this is not like a dig at Apex, and this whole video is not the point to just dig on Apex, but the whole main point is that I'm struggling, a lot of people are struggling to want to consistently play Apex and make that content because nothing's new. It's all the same. If you're not like a pro player or, number one rank grinding, like it's really hard to grow in the scene when we're having such a steady decline in players. If you look at the trend line for Apex, like it just keeps going down, and it's really sad because, I love Apex. Apex is what got me into streaming in the first place. But the thing is now, what the fuck do I do? You can say, oh, like you built your community on Apex, like why can't you just do it on another game? Okay, well, that's a lot harder than it sounds because one, streamers have to be prepared for that dip in viewership. If you change from one game to another, you have to prepare for that dip. So that's like a loss of income. You have to be able to learn and understand a game while also being entertaining, which that's something I really struggle with, is when I'm trying to learn a game, I like really hyper focus on the game. And so I go a little bit mute, and that's not entertaining. Why would anybody want to watch me play a game that I can't like be as engaged with chat as I want to be and how I normally am on Apex? Or, what if this game doesn't make me rage like the way Apex makes me rage, which let's be honest, I rage at most games, but those are just like some of the like off the bat things that like for me as a streamer, like I struggle with. And then also on top of that, trying to find a game that like I have passion for, like the passion that I had for Apex. Like I was so addicted to Apex, like I just thought about it all the time. I've dreamt about it, which sounds really nerdy, but like I've literally dreamt about Apex. Like I love Apex and I just always wanted to get better or have fun or like whatever I was doing, you know, on Apex. Like I was having a great time. So that's like kind of where I'm at with like my main fears as trying to find another game and trying to play something that is just as fun and my like viewers want to watch. And nobody really talks about, I mean, some people talk about it like on Twitter, like occasionally, like the struggle it is to play a variety game as a streamer, but not enough. Like the jump from going from being a single player streamer to a variety streamer is so hard to do, and people don't often successfully do that. And that's the thing is like, I know that if I really wanted to, I feel like I could, you know, put enough effort and time into a different game to be where I'm at in Apex, where I can be engaging and be good at the game and all of those things. But that just leads me right back to the problem of I'm at the mercy of that one single game that, you know, if it gets boring or I'm tired of it, then I'm right back where I am with Apex. So really, you would like, the goal is to become a variety streamer, but then it's like, well, trying to have a community that will watch you doing whatever you're doing is hard to do. I know I have a really good core group of people and I am thankful for that, and I've been working on that like for a long time, but it's still not like crazy numbers. It's not, well, I mean, like I've never been like the biggest streamer ever. Like I'm pretty small in comparison to a lot of the streamers, but I want to be able to have my numbers across multiple different games. What games those will be, I have no idea. But like moving, you know, I didn't have a mouse pad for like this whole past like 2 weeks of being here, and I've been playing other games that like, it just makes me really frustrated to play Apex when can't be as good on the game as I know I am. So like I could have gone back to playing controller. I play both roller and MNK, but I have been really trying to get better at MNK, and so I was like, I don't want to play Apex right now because it's so frustrating to not have a mouse pad and try to play. So thankfully, Auden Gaming did send me some mouse pads. So finally, I'll be able to get back on Apex for a little bit. So I'm looking forward to doing that and showing you guys those. I'll show you guys those later. But before then, I just didn't have a mouse pad, and so this was a good excuse for me to try other games. I was like, okay, well, the COD beta's coming out, or is out, like, let me try COD. I was having so much fun, and it's like hard to believe kind of as a streamer. You're like, there's no way you're literally an FPS streamer. Like, how have you never played COD like that? And I just never have. So like, this was my first like time really getting to play COD, and I was having a freaking blast. And like, I was so sad that they took it away, and so now it's like, well, I don't have that to play for a really long time, but I still use this time. Like, I tried playing Deadlock, I've been playing some Minecraft, and honestly, I've been having a blast doing all those things. But it's like, I know that I like had a dip in viewership and stuff, but then it's like, well, what do I do? I just always feel stuck having to go back to Apex and back to playing that game, and it's just so frustrating. And I just wish that there was an answer. You know, I didn't have pressure when I first started streaming to play, like, to stream a certain amount of time or make a certain amount of money because I was in school. And so it's like, you know, I don't have the luxury of this just being like my part-time job or whatever. And I guess you could say, Allie, go get a job, but that's not what I want to do. Like, I want to be able to do content all the time. Like, I love doing it, and I wouldn't be able to stream as long or as much as I do if I did have a job. And so it's like, well, how do I get it to where I don't have to worry, and I have a base community that like will support me financially enough to play all these games and do all these things. And you know, like, I want to be able to go live and just chat, or go live and play Minecraft, or go live and play Call of Duty, or play Deadlock, or play Val, or play literally whatever, and have my like community be there and supporting. And like, honestly, it is so impressive to me that variety streamers are able to do that, and I don't think that they get enough credit, but it's just, it's so incredibly hard to do that. And so I'm still gonna try to do it. I'm not gonna stop trying to do it because I think it makes me a lot happier, but I just hate disappointing people. And I guess that's like the people pleaser in me. Like, I'm always like going to be worried about those those chatters that come in and say like, Allie, when are you getting back on Apex? Like, why aren't you playing Apex? Like, play Apex, you know, like, and I feel like I'm just disappointing them because, you know, I am a very consistent streamer. You know, I stream almost every single day, you know, if I can. And so when I feel like I'm disappointing those people, like, I feel bad because, you know, I value consistency. Like, I love when people are consistent. Like, if I want to get in bed at night and watch my favorite show on Netflix and all of a sudden the show's just not there and I have to watch another show, like, I'm gonna be upset. So I fully get that, but it's just hard to make it the switch of I'm the show. Not the game that I'm playing, is like I'm the show. And it's not gonna be easy, but I'm gonna keep working on it, you know. If I really have to, eventually, like, I guess I'll get like another job or like try to do something, but I just really don't want to be confined to playing one game anymore. Or I'm gonna have to let myself, like, I guess, feel like I'm disappointing a couple people because overall, like, I want to be at the place of like, I want to get on. I want to play the game. Like, this past couple weeks playing Variety, I've been like excited to get ready and go and stream every day. And when I play Apex, that is not the case. Like, I'm not always excited and ready to go and like wanting to get ready. Like, I would stall into the last like moment until I had to get ready and get on. Like, and that's not what I want. Like, I want to be excited and get on whenever I can and not have to like drag myself to go do my job, because that's one of the things that I love about my job so much is that I am excited to do it. And playing the same game every single day like that, like where all the motivation from cheaters and like the redundancy like just has killed my vibe completely. So I think that a lot of people in my community can tell that I'm happier. Like, I don't think that goes unnoticed, but we're still gonna be trying, you know. Like, I don't care about my numbers or my viewers per se. Like, I never look at my viewer count. I never have. Well, okay, that's why. I did until I was trying to get partnered. And then when I was around like 65, 70, I was like, okay, I'm not looking at this anymore because I know that that's gonna like affect my mood or whatever. So I have not looked at it since I've been partnered, and I've been partnered for over a year. So I don't ever look at my viewer count. I don't care what it is. I don't see people as a viewer count. I don't care how big someone else is or how little they are. Like, that has no meaning to me. All that matters to me is that like I can pay my bills, you know. Like, I just need to be able to pay my rent and eat food, and like that's pretty much it. Like, I really am a pretty simple gal, so it's not like I need all that much money or anything, but I don't care how many viewers it is. I could have 10 viewers, and as long as they were like, you know, supporting me enough to where I could pay my rent, then that was fine. You know, like, I like having a smaller community anyways, like in general, because I feel like I get to know them like really well. You know, I have viewers and mods from literally the first day that I started streaming. And the fact that I've been doing this for years and they still come in my chat, like, is so comforting and nice. And those are the type of people that I know will be there whatever game I'm gonna play. It's just accumulating enough of those people, I guess, if that makes any sense. So that's kind of like the main thing that I've been struggling with right now. So also another thing with playing new games and like trying that's like way difficult for me now is now, you know, I try not to be on like Twitch as much. Like, I used to watch streamers all the time, but like I stopped watching Apex content as much, well, because more of like really I was playing all the time, but like I also like try really hard not to compare myself to other people, and I feel like it's really hard not to do that sometimes. But really the biggest problem is like I don't want to watch Apex because it's all the same shit, you know. Like, I know I'm not a viewer per se normally, but even in the sense, like, I totally get it why people don't want to watch Apex anymore. But I used to be in a situation where like I would be meeting new people all the time and playing with new people, and that was really great for growth, even though like that's not the goal. I mean, I've met a lot of my friends like that are still my friends like just from watching other streamers, but now going into a new game, like I feel nervous or more like I feel like more hesitant to go into other people's streams because one, I don't want them to think that like I'm just doing it for exposure or anything, but like two, it's like I love chatting. If I'm ever in a stream, if you've ever caught me in a stream, I'm like a huge chatter. I like to fuck with the streamer. I think it's funny, like not like bother them, but like I'm very present in a stream when I am present in them. And so I'm nervous about going into other people's streams like from different games to like try to find friends to play with. But I don't know, I just need to get over that and like try to find friends that play other games, because I think that would be good for me to like branch out and not be so stuck in just Apex. But it'll all come with time, I know that. But it's a little daunting. I feel like the more time that I spend as a streamer, like I am online a lot, like my social skills, I feel them declining. Like I feel like I get nervous sometimes in conversations and stuff, which is not something that I was used to, but like because I used to be like with people constantly, talking to people all the time, like this used to like never be an issue for me. But like I literally feel my like social skills declining in a sense, because like I'm always talking to a chat. But it'll get better. I need to work on it. That's something for me to work on. Like that's like part of my plan, is hopefully I can find new friends that play other games that are also like streaming and stuff. And I say that because you can't just trust anyone to be on your stream, you know, because you're like, you don't know them and you don't know what they're gonna say, you know. It's really hard to make like friends that you can trust to be around like on stream. So like normally other streamers have a pretty good etiquette of like what you can and cannot say on stream and stuff like that. So hopefully I can find some other friends. Also, this eyeshadow, it's like Moon Dust by Urban Decay. It's like the prettiest little sparkle shimmer thing. Like I don't do much with my eyeshadow, but it's so pretty. And it's just a single like little pot of it, so it's pretty cheap, but it's like my favorite little eyeshadow thing to do. Sorry, that was random. And like I'm saying all this, and like all of my like regular viewers, like you guys are 100% enough for me, and you guys are so consistent, and I like adore you guys. And this is not me complaining about you guys being there and not being there. You know, I know like my core group of people is going to be there like no matter what. This is just like an overall, you know, where those lurkers come and go, you know, the overall sense of like getting exposure and stuff. That's like a really big struggle for streamers. And like I hope you guys know that like I do really, really appreciate you guys, and I'm not like complaining whatsoever about you guys. This is just a totally separate thing than that. I would not be able to do this at all without you guys. I just want to be able to make you guys consistently happy while also continuing to do what I love, which is streaming. And I think that that's what, you know, a lot of people like stream for different reasons, but like my reasons are to be able to interact like with my chat. Like my only goal as a streamer is to have my chat like constantly moving. Like I don't care the number again. I just want people there and hanging out, and knowing that since I stream every day, like I'm always gonna be there for them, you know, because like I was once at a time in my life where I was really lonely, and like having someone consistently there is like, I don't know, helpful, supportive. Like even if something's going wrong, I want people to know that they can always come and vibe in my chat. Like my community's great to new people. I know they are. I've seen it time and time again, like that they just like will bring someone in like out of the blue. And you know, anytime a new chatter's talking, like 5 or 6 of them are saying, of my chat are saying hi to the new people, like automatically. Like you guys are so great. I just want to be able to keep like growing and adding to like our little like family, and also be entertaining. So that's kind of where I'm at. Hold on, I hate mascara. I really miss having eyelash extensions. I used to have them, but I also used to never wear makeup when I had them because I didn't really care. But I feel like that's probably something that I should do. People have to look at me all the time. So I think that the plan is to continue trying to do variety and hoping that you guys continue to enjoy being around me and I get better at being entertaining on games that even I don't know. You know, I think my competitive part of me that's like gets so locked into the game, like I need to like calm it down and like realize that, you know, people aren't expecting me to be so good at a game that I'm just starting, and let that kind of like calm me down, I guess, instead of like stress me out more. But that's a lot of self-growth. Growth. Oh my god. Growth that we're gonna be having to have. But that's okay, because it's all possible. I think, to be honest, this exposure is making it look like my makeup is not done. Maybe I'm just crazy. But at the end of the day, I'm thankful for you guys. I don't know what I'd do without you guys. I hope that sharing this with you guys will make you understand where I'm coming from, like playing other games and wanting to be involved in those games and those communities. And hopefully like from here, like it only gets better. think voicing a lot of those things, like a lot of these real talks is also kind of like a therapy for me because I speak a lot of things like off my chest that aren't, you know, some of them are a little stream heavy, you know, I can't just like sit here and rant. I mean, I guess I could, but you know, rant about these things, but I'm glad that I am like making this platform where I can share like how I really feel and what I think about things. But I think that's really it. Thank you guys for watching. Oh, do you guys want to see my mouse pads? Holy cow. Oh my god. Ew. My knees. Chat's actually caught that on stream before. It's really embarrassing. Okay. Auden Gaming was so kind to send me all of these mouse pads. I had no idea what kind of mouse pad that I wanted or needed because I always just use a pad that was like on my desk anyways because it was like a gaming desk. Now that I switched desks, I don't have a mouse pad, so they hooked me up with some of these mouse pads and I'm going to be able to try them and I will let you guys know, but I am so excited about it. Okay, this one is the Infinity Hybrid mouse pad. Oh, it's pretty color. This is like a desk mat type thing. It's a soft one. Very pretty. This next one is a zero gravity mouse pad. Ooh, it's pretty. It's pink. Oh, and it's white. Okay, this one is also like a desk mat type